Hi, today we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the market in Hillsboro. Hang on tight, it's going to be super exciting. There will be mention of alpacas, and if you really hang on tight, make it to the end. I'm going to zoom out a little bit on the market, a little higher up, the PDX market over the last 12 months. So in the last 7 days in Hillsboro, 51 houses were listed, and of those 51, 35 are still active. So what that means, about 69% of everything that was listed in the last week is still available. So if you're a buyer and you were out looking last week, 2/3 of the homes did not get into a bidding war, have multiple offers, anything like that. If you had offered, you would have been the only one. As a seller, what that might mean is 1/3 of them did go pending. 1/3 of the houses in the first week went pending. Looking back a week farther, it's a little more than 1% got listed last week than the week before. There were 47 the week before, and 22 of those after 2 weeks are still active. So right around half, just under half, are still active after 2 weeks. Kind of the same thing. If you're a buyer, you're out looking, half of the homes in the last couple of weeks are still available, are not in bidding wars, and you have some options. Going back a little bit farther, there are 27 homes in Hillsboro right now that have been active more than 30 days. So those sellers potentially are getting a little nervous, maybe talking strategy, thinking about price cuts, and maybe more likely to be giving a potential buyer some closing cost assistance, buying down their rate, other options. Great. As promised, mention of the alpaca. Of those 27 homes, one is an alpaca farm. So if you have big aspirational dreams of owning an alpaca farm, there is an alpaca farm on the market in Hillsboro right now, been active more than 30 days. Going out a little bit farther, the Portland market in the last year, and this is what I think is really interesting, over the last 12 months, PDX market in general, home values are up about 3%. Sales price right now from this time last year, up 3%. Why is that interesting? Because if you remember last summer when interest rates went up, a lot of people said it's going to crash. This is a terrible time to buy. Don't do it. It's about to bottom out. That's not what happened. As those stats just showed, houses are going, still selling, and the average sales price is still 3% higher, even after all of that last summer, than where it was this time last year. So people who said, I'm going to wait a year, it's going to bottom out, it's going to be amazing, I'm going to cap, that's not what happened. So, recap. Market is strong. Buyers and sellers have options right now. There is an alpaca farm available, and 3% over the last year, even with all the craziness in interest rates. I'm Andrea Roediger, Weichert Realtors on Main Street, principal broker, been licensed since 2015, and born and raised here in Hillsboro. Any questions, leave comments. Love to hear what you think about the market, interest rates, what's been going on in the last year, all the craziness. Thanks.